Students, fathers, and friends. All of those young men lost their lives to violence in Charlotte in 2017.
Eyewitness News anchor Erica Bryant sat down with mothers of 7 of those victims. A very emotional interview to get their perspective on the city's spike in crime.
Always joyful. Peacemaker.
Zach always wanted people to laugh and smile and be happy.
He loved everybody. He always trying to save someone.
For these mothers, memories of their children are bittersweet.
Para mí era buen hijo.
He was a good son, a good father.
They each lost a son to homicide in Charlotte last year.
It's not normal to bury your child before you. That's not normal.
Yeah, because parents, we think we're supposed to go first.
There's a hole. There are many sleepless nights.
Because we don't want people in the future, other families, to go through what we've been through.
Last year, 85 families in Charlotte lost loved ones to homicide, a spike of nearly 25% over the year before. But those are just the numbers. Behind each one is someone who was deeply loved. Thinking about the people who took those lives brings out raw emotions for some of these mothers.
I'm angry. I'm not a hateful person, but I hate you. And how dare you take his life? You didn't know him, and he would have been your friend.
But I forgive you. I'm going to tell you this. I love you.
But because of the God that I serve, I know that hating you will block my blessings. And it wasn't you that actually did it. It's the enemy that's after these young people.
CMPD says the homicides were mostly sparked by arguments, robbery.
It was an in-home invasion.
And domestic violence.
My son was killed by someone that he loved.
These women know the reported triggers.
This problem, I think, transcends socioeconomic status, race, gender.
But believe something deeper is driving things out of control.
And if we are not raising our children to value human life, and we're raising them with hate and anger and bitterness, they're growing up to be violent.
There is no village anymore that it says it takes a village to raise a child. There is no more village.
There's just too much violence on television and in the theaters.
They agree that stopping the violence must start at home, with parents re-educating the youngest citizens and holding them accountable.
But a lot of parents make excuses for everything their children does, or they don't want to hear about it, or they don't want to know. They turn a blind eye.
Now they want to share their painful experiences.
This is my test. This was my test from God. So I'm going to turn my test into my testimony.
Hoping to spare someone else.
I'm going to be my son's voice now.
To see them around other mothers who've going through what they went through, losing sons, you could see the emotional support they got from each other.
Yeah, they have bonded and they've kept in touch since our interview. And after the mothers shared their thoughts on what is behind all this violence, they shared what they think are the possible solutions. We'll have that part of the story ahead tonight at 6 o'clock.